load. Yeah. Well, I hate to say it, but it is what it is. I'm gonna use his uniform as for lack of a better word, blanket. I'm gonna try to use that to like catch the blood and everything. I'm gonna throw his corpse on the back of my horse, uh, ride it over to the fort. Then, did you want to chop the horse up?
Well, it would be well, with the body away, the horse could have just died from something else. I mean, look at it. It would be hard to find how it died.
I'm gonna look at the playing card incision on its wherever it hit and say, well, I guess you're right.
I
It'd be
mean, it
very
doesn't
hard
look like
for.
it doesn't look like it's been stabbed. Doesn't look like it's been shot. So the person who will try to figure out this is going to be having a fun. But if you want to chop it up, we can waste a little bit more time. But the more time we waste, the less time we have eyes on what's happening in the town for Mad
You're
Dog.
right. No, you're
Speaking of
right.
the town, Mad
We
Dog,
can't.
the man bursts into the sheriff's office, and he says, "Lieutenant, we've been asking around town, seeing if any more this guy's posse been seen, and the doc said just before he came over here to patch up this lowlife, he was treating a red-haired woman who he said was, well, he said she was mighty pretty." And the lieutenant nods, looks at Mad Dog, and says, "So, you came here with her, huh?"
Nope.
"What was she seeing the doc for?" "A bullet wound, sir." "A bullet wound, eh? I don't suppose you and your posse went up to the fort and found it a little bit too much for you to handle, even with them plans, huh? The 4 of yous against 20 soldiers. Huh.
Huh. Huh.
So where would she go? We just missed her.
Who knows?
I think you do.
Nope.
Well, we're gonna let you stew in there till you change your mind.
Tell you when the potatoes are done.
No potatoes for you, sir. Just bread and water.
Gourmet meal happening. Can't wait.
Well, alright. She was here. That means the rest, either the other two are dead, or they ain't too far away. See if we can rustle up some of these locals. We know that general store is a man of honor. See if we can get some of them to help us keep a lookout at least. And Sheriff, you keep an eye on this guy. My men will be around here, making sure everything's safe. These guys, well, they robbed our outpost. They're probably not afraid to lay siege to this here establishment in defiance of the law. So, we'll got
That's
you
kind of
covered.
crazy.
You don't look like the crazy type. Got a wild side to your eyes. Let me know
Yeah,
if he wants to talk. And at that, the Confederates march out of the room. And the sheriff kind of looks over at you as the door closes, and he says, "You ain't making your life much easier. You just cooperate."
I've been drifting since I was 18 years old. My life has never been easy.
Well, your drifting days are over unless you do as that man says. He may be young and ambitious, but he's got the power to ruin your life. And he's already said he's going to set you free if you just help him capture that woman. You think about that, but I think it's a good deal. If I was in your shoes, well, unless that lady's a lover, I'd sell her out. And at that, he turns, picks up a newspaper off of his desk, and just goes flack and starts reading it.
He took only my guns, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, anything on you, basically. Empty your pockets and all that.
Keep my money next to my genitals.
Well, I'm not sure how thorough the frisking would have been. But let's just say you still got your money. Is that your wallet in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Right?
Probably both.
Alright, back to you two. Tweedledum and Tweedledee. I'll let you decide which is which.
Yeah, don't bully us. We're doing the best we can with what we got.
Yes.
But, yep.
But your plan seems to be working the best.
Yeah, so, stop this guy from bleeding on my horse. Throw down his uniform as kind of like a blanket. Tie him up, and we are gonna ride like a bat out of hell towards towards the fort.
Okay.
Fort Nougat.
Alright, you guys reached there about midday.
As we approach, I'll take my hat off and kind of wave it towards the outpost, or towards the guard. You know, I'm sure they have somebody watching the wall.
Yeah.
In hopes that they recognize us.
Well, with my skull mask and
Right.
the fact that I say we're back, they probably recognize
Alright,
us.
yeah, one of the guys is manning the walls. He kind of looks down and he goes, "You got your money? Now scoot!"
Well, blackjack suckers.
I'm gonna look up at him and say, "Don't be as dumb as you look, boy. We came back here because you have a bigger problem than you would have thought. We came here to help you again."
Now there's stuff going on here you can't be privy to. You go back away you
I don't
came.
want to know what you got going on. I want to know what Coyle wants to do about the situation. Go fetch your boss.
Cole busy.
Coyle's not too busy to learn about the imminent crushing that the Confederate Army is about to lay down on you.
Oh, you
Now, if
stupid
you
sons of
follow up-
bitches. Did you tell them?
No. But they just sent a rider here to check on this because, as you might understand, they have begun to take notice of the fact they are missing the plans that you now possess, leading them directly to the wall you are standing on right now. This, and I'm going to kind of lean off my horse a little bit and show him the dead guy on the back of it, was the guy who was coming here to check up on you. Now,
Alright,
go.
Jesus almighty. Alright, give me a sec, I'll go get Coral. And he disappears on the ramparts.
I'm going to lean over to Lewis and say, yeah, he was too busy to talk.
Yeah.
Okay, a few minutes go by, and finally Coyle shows up on the ramparts. You guys killed a Confederate rider on his way here?
He was coming to check on the situation at the fort to see what exactly had transpired since the missing of those documents. If you let us come in, I believe that we have a solution here that'll benefit both of us, and it shouldn't cost you $1.
While I'm tickled by whatever notion you've come up with, we are already prepared for such an unfortunate circumstance, and we actually would have preferred if you had sent that rider all the way through.
Well, you can still have your wish because I'm going to take his place. But as the fates would have it, we have a compatriot of ours that is now under lock and key for our assisting. My understanding, I believe he has kept his mouth shut, seeing as they only dispatched one rider to deliver a message instead of a scouting party. I need the Confederate seal from the officer here.
Well, I can't really accommodate you, Decker. Sorry. You don't really
I'm gonna raise my-
understand what's going on here.
Well, in our engagements, have I led you to believe that I am too stupid to understand if you take the time to explain it to me?
It's not a matter of stupidity. I reckon you're a man of education and knowledge, but, well, I just don't know how deep you want to get in on this because, well, there's some things that are going on behind these walls that you are not privy to, and I don't really want to make you accomplice because even though we have fought beside each other, I don't rightly trust you or your kind. So I'd rather keep what's going on in back here just between me and me.
I don't think I snapped off any magic in front of him.
Doesn't mean he doesn't trust you.
Well, right, but he said you're kind.
Oh, well, he's talking
Because
about,
we're the
he's talking about
Just
you
like,
and,
not law. Yeah.
Hired help.
well, you and the four, but basically talking about the four of you.
Okay, well, to that response, sorry, Lewis, did you want to talk? I'm sorry.
No, I was just pointing out that he's just saying we're not the same type of man that he is.
So, in response to what he just said, while still on my horse, I'm going to grab my crotch and say, Coil, I am balls deep in shit right now. I don't know if it could get any worse. All I'm asking that you allow us to use the wax seal that the Confederate officer most likely has inside of his desk.
Now, I tell you, we need everything to be exactly where it is. Wax seal, though, huh?
We need to get our compatriot out of jail. I don't know what you and your 10, 20, 50, 100 men, however many you think you have, it is not going to be enough. Your land, your livelihood, everything that you stand for, you stand to lose, the same way that I do now. We are in this together whether you like it or not, Coil. I'm not running back there and ratting you out. I'm here because I appreciate what you are doing. I think that you were screwed by the Confederacy, and that is why we came to help you initially. Now we find ourselves in the exact same situation, and if you don't want to pay that shit forward, then fine. We can leave it at that. I wish you the best of fucking luck, and I sure fucking hope the next time that you need help from somebody, that they come at it with a better attitude than you presented to me here today.
Well, hi almighty, alright, I know, alright. We're gonna let you in.
We'll stay in the courtyard. We don't have to go inside. We'll stay right out there, and I can almost tell you exactly where the damn seal is if you need that.
Heck, you could throw it over the wall. We just need the freaking seal.
And some wax. I don't have a candle.
I believe I do. Hold on. No, I don't. We need wax.
Alright, we'll open the gate.
And we'll stay right next to it. We won't go any closer than we have to what you got going on. I truly, in the deepest of my soul, do not want to screw up what you have going on here.
Nor do we really care.
Well, I appreciate that. We're gonna get that door open for you. Alright, so a few minutes go by and the gate opens.
And I'm going to have both hands on the reins of my horse to make sure that there is no mistake whatsoever that I am even close to reaching for my weapon. It went without saying that I did pick my gun up from when we were... Oh, and I totally want that fucker's rifle.
Okay.
Cool, so if he opens the gate, we're just going to trot in and I will sit literally just inside the gate.
And I will just follow him, obviously.
Alright. So, sorry, I'm setting up the battle map.
Battle map?
Yeah, the guy who lets you in closes the gate behind you and locks it. Alright, and as you look around, I don't have, I'm not gonna go fetch it, but there's a wagon right here. It's got 2 horses, it's a big old, like stagecoach wagon. And, actually more than just the 4 men that you left, so there's actually quite a bit more. Actually, just the 2.
I'm going...
And they all have their
That's right.
weapons.
I'm going to keep as uninterested look on my face as possible. I'm going to control my eyes and not be eyeballing what they're doing or just looking around. I'm just going to kind of, respect the fact that they don't want us in here to begin with, so I don't want them to think that I'm trying to look at more than I should be.
Well, I thought we had a reasonable arrangement, Coyle says. He's above and behind you. But you guys had to go done get pinched not 24 hours after the event occurred. Now, I saw the lot of you and I said, these people, they gotta know what they're doing. God, this mismatched hodgepodge group. You gotta have something going for them. It disappoints me greatly that you have so profoundly cocked things up. There, wagon. I'm afraid, we're just gonna have to tie things up here. And in the dead silence, you hear him pull back the hammer of his pistol.
I'm gonna start shaking my head left to right and say, Coil, you have enough enemies now, and we don't need to become one of them.
I like you, I do. You guys, pretty good fighters, especially that, Mad Dog character. But, alright, both of you make notice rolls, actually.
He's about to see the extent of what a fucking voodooist can do if he keeps this on.
Alright. You both notice that, they have thrown about the Confederate bodies just kind of all over the place. And sticking out of the ones you can see, like there's one guy who's got like a tomahawk embedded in his shoulder. And you notice there's far more bullet holes than there was before. And right about right here is what looks to be a dead Apache soldier, or Apache guerrilla, clutching onto his rifle. You also notice that there are barrels placed underneath the catwalk in the four corners.
Coil, you don't want to tell me, you don't have to. But would you not benefit from whatever plan you are concocting? Maybe some more time away from Confederate scrutiny?
Well, we had a plan for when the Confederates showed up and we weren't prepared. We were going to don their uniforms, put on a little show, send them on their way. But now you tell me one of your men got pinched? Alright, well, you don't have a hand on the situation or you wouldn't come to me. I think we're just going to have to cut our losses.
Coil, if you fetch me that seal, I can spin this either way you want to. We tell them that you have us, as well as the woman who is with us here, under lock and key, waiting for the judgment of the Confederate Army, the lieutenant who was so wrongfully wronged in our acquisition of those documents that you needed. We write this letter, we place the seal on it. I promise you as the day is long that lieutenant will come here with a small personal contingent to see justice exacted in the exact fashion that I am very strongly led to believe now that you tend to do to us. You can hit two birds with one stone, boy. You already got the fort. The next thing that you gotta look out for is that outpost. We can cut the head off the snake right the fuck now. Tell me that is not what you are here to do. Tell me that would not improve your situation.
He's thinking. You're making it complicated.
There's nothing complicated about it. The man wants to see us get shot the same way that you're about to fucking do right now, except you want to squander the opportunity, have me bleed all over this fucking sand for nothing, because you're scared, because you can't see what I'm trying to prepare for you.
Yeah, well, you are clearly missing the point here.
I am sorry if that be the case. Please try one more time to help me see the genius in your design. As it is obviously, and I'm going to motion around the fort, it is extremely obvious to me you are a tactical man. That you see what you want and you have no problem coming up with a plan to see that it is achieved. Tell me here now that you cannot see the benefit of what we are doing.
It's not that I don't disagree with what you're trying to do, but your timing is just piss poor. You see, oh, Mad Dog, you can't see shit, can you? You're just staring at a black screen, aren't you? Here, I'll
Drop him on the Apache.
Yeah, I'll put you on the map just so you can see. It's just, well, we had this plan. It's a good plan if I just say so myself. You guys come along, you help with the plan. I pay you good money to help us kill some Confederates. Then you guys
Very
leave.
good money.
And then we were going to continue our part of the plan without interference, without witnesses. And seeing how you guys were in this with us. And after we completed our arrangements here, you wouldn't be able to, well, you know, put a wrench in our plans. Now here you are telling me not a day has gone by and one of your people's already in custody, being questioned by Confederate fucking soldiers. Now you got some crazy convoluted plan about how you's gonna fix this, but the way where I'm standing don't change a damn thing, except now we gotta clean up.
So I'll shrug and say, then tell me, Coyle. What would you have done if we didn't intercept that rider? He came in here and saw all of this. You would have killed him?
Of course not.
You think that he would have just let this slide? You don't think that he would have reported this back?
Alright, you know, you got some solid points, but, I mean, honestly, it still doesn't change a damn thing. Even if we killed the damn rider ourselves. Well, I do appreciate you intercepting him and all that, but you've just dropped a whole heap of trouble, and we were supposed to be done. We got a time frame here. There wasn't supposed to be no rider this quick.
And what makes you think that there wouldn't have been otherwise? You
Well,
don't think that they were going to check to see the status of the fort for the plans that you had stolen?
God damn it. You fucked everything up. You fucked it all up.
Then let us have the fates decide.
The fuck does that mean?
I challenge you to a game of wits.
A game of wits? You got a bunch of guys here
If
ready
you
to shoot
truly
your
think
dumb
that you
ass.
are smarter than me, Coyle, then you'd have no trouble beating me in a game of cards. You do that, I'll let you execute me right across the table.
This ain't about wits or whatever the fuck you just said. It's about finishing a job.
I'm gonna sit there.
Lewis, who has been silent since the beginning of the conversation, just sitting there sullenly, is gonna raise his voice and say, Coyle, my partner here, Decker, is wise, reasonable, and he's patient. I'm just gonna say this one thing. You seem to really want this to end in a bloodshed. I just want to warn you that if you're gonna do this bloodshed, you better not see your bullet, cause I'm gonna show you what we're truly capable of here. You're gonna lose so many men. You will regret the worth of this single little piece of metal to imprint a sign on wax. Seriously, you're gonna risk your life for a piece of fucking metal that is worth nothing to you, and nobody will even bother looking for it. I'm even certain you didn't even know it existed until we talked about it. For a freaking piece of metal! Think about it!
Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants. Riddle me this. A rider leaves the outpost from Potential, rides his way over here, says, hey, we got ourselves a prisoner, and we're warning you guys about maybe some comeuppance coming your way. And in your grand scheme, you write a letter. And then how's you gonna send it back? A different rider? Someone who's not the man he sent out? Well, that's gonna raise all kinds of alarms. Now you got this letter that perfectly cleans up all your problems. Delivered by someone they don't even fucking know. So tell me, smart man, how's they not gonna look into that? How's they not gonna think that's a little suspicious?
Probably about as suspicious as they would have thought it when that rider showed up at a fort which I'm sure he has visited before and was not greeted by one friendly face. The motherfucker was bit by a rattlesnake. Your doctor here is treating him right now. Because of the importance of the situation, you dispatched a second rider.
I'm saying is, your plan is a big old mystery to me, whereas my plan is short, succinct, thorough, and already in progress. And quite rightly, I don't give a shit about whoever you got pinched, and quite rightly, I don't give a shit about you neither. Although I hope you got the 50 as I gave you, so I can take them off your dead corpses. Now,
Before he
you
does
done
anything,
yapping?
Lewis is gonna extend a hand, an empty hand with nothing in it, and he's gonna just snap his finger together.
Okay.
And a flame will appear in his hand. And Lewis is just gonna, like, kind of chuckle and say, "You still want to do this?" And I'm gonna roll intimidation.
Give me a moment. Okay. Yeah, they're like, what the fuck? And since you see your intimidation roll, they're gonna take that as a supernatural sign, and okay, so I'm gonna make them roll guts, but I don't want to do it one at a time. So they don't have wild dice. So there's 5 gunmen, right? So R 5d6. They have d6 guts. They have no grit. So. Oh, since it's a... Oh, well, this is this a fear roll? Not quite sure.
Well,
Isn't Tim? Oh, okay. So they're not rolling spirit or whatever.
yeah,
It's
no,
it's like Lewis is a.
supernatural.
What is it? Nosferatu.
Yeah,
No, it's
What's
a
the fear
guts
level
roll.
here?
I think it's 3 or 2 here.
Yeah, I think it's 3, but I don't know. I'm sorry. My wife just texted me, and
Man, you don't gotta apologize for that.
no, it's kind of it's kind of a shit. I think we're gonna have to call it right now.
No, we understand, man. You're a dad first. We respect
No, it has
that.
nothing to
No
do with my
problem,
son,
sir.
but it is some kind of an emergency.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I'd hate
If
to
you
leave
come
y'all
back, you
hanging
come
right
back.
here.
It's okay, dude. You do you. We are
Well,
fine.
And text us if it shows, if anything fixes
well,
up.
I mean, for the stream. What the fuck is this? Stop
it
whatever the fuck
happens,
you're doing.
Jacob, don't panic.
Well, it's just our dishwasher flooded, and yeah, I kind of gotta go deal with it.
Yeah,
Sure.
go deal with it, fine.
Oh, this fucking sucks.
We can't control the universe.
Okay,
Not
so
voodooists.
what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a break, and since we don't have anyone watching us right now anyway, if we don't come back, no foul. But if we do come back, yeah. So then we'll resume. But we're gonna have our break a little early here, and hopefully we'll pick this up. If not, we will resume next week on Monday.
Okay, just message us on Google Hangout.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. I gotta go deal with this.
Yeah, go do you.
Fine.
Lewis, we are back at